What's up, everybody? The exits are located to front of you, back of you. And today I want to talk, let's do that. Today, darling, we're going to talk about applying the back to school mindset to your adult life. Oh boy. I'm Erica Horowitz, and I'm a certified professional coach, and I also make videos and sometimes podcasts and some other fun, sparkly things. And today we are going to be talking about applying the back to school mindset to your adult life, both mentally and physically. So Gretchen Rubin is one of my favorite authors, and she talks a lot about how September is the new January. And I like that little phrase, and I think a lot of us would find it to be true. September, after the lazy, hazy months of summer, feels like a restart, with kids going back to school, changing seasons, kind of like a little bit of some cooler air snapping you back to life and getting you refocused. You only got a few months before the end of the year, and whether you do New Year's resolutions or not, yes, the calendar year, Newtonian time, is man-made, but it still feels really damn good to get certain things crossed off your list before the end of the year. So it's a great time to serve as a blank slate and hit the reset button and maybe give yourself a little makeover, or make better if we're going with Queer Eye terminology. So here are some ways that I find it helpful to apply that whole back to school vibe to my own adult life. Physically speaking, you gotta focus on your fashion. Okay, well, you don't have to, but if you love fashion, this is the perfect time to get into it, get in your closet, really dig through. If it doesn't bring you joy, get rid of it. Shout out to Marie Kondo. Magical Art of Tidying Up kind of changed my life. It's helped me become a bit more minimalistic in terms of my fashion and really all of my possessions. And so get in there, get rid of stuff, create some new outfits out of what you already have, figure out where the gaps are in your wardrobe, and then maybe decide where you want to spend some money on some new things. You could try getting some new office supplies. Whatever your craft is, if you're, a painter, get new paint. If you sew, get new yarn or whatever. Whatever people get to sew. Clearly, I don't. Whatever it is you do, if it's a sport, if it's a business and you do graphic design, you need a better computer, this is a great time to upgrade. There's often a lot of deals going for all sorts of things at this time because it's back to school season. So why not refresh your stash? And rearranging your furniture, or whether it's at home or in your workspace, can really help you bring in this new mindset for the last few months of the year, kind of hit the refresh button as well. If this is like the time that you want to just ramp back up with your energy, and after you've maybe been on the beach all summer relaxing, or at least in the park reading a book, you can do that by switching up your meals, change it up, try some different kinds of vegetables or fruits that are now in season at this time. That'll obviously help with your health, but also just how you're feeling. Food is so much tied to our energy and our psychological balancing. So try switching up your meals. Now, mentally, this is a great time to look at your goals that perhaps you made earlier on in the year. I like to look at my goals regularly throughout the year, but this is a great time to do it. Shake off what isn't working for you. Any routines that you created or habits that you tried to attack in a certain way, scrap everything before this point if you need to, and just look forward from now until the end of the year. Again, you can do this at any time, just like you don't need to make resolutions in January just because somebody decided that was the time to do it. But this is a great time when you have just a few months left at the end of the year. It's close enough that it gives you somewhat of a sense of urgency, but long enough and far away enough where it's a long enough amount of time for you to make some real progress within this time. Try revamping your schedule so you can get into whatever it is that you use to plan your days with, whether it's something digital or an agenda, paper agenda. Get in there and kind of look at how you might switch up your scheduling of all the things you do. Look at every area of your life, from social to business to the day job to self-care, whatever it is, and see how, depending, maybe nothing needs to change, maybe it's great. But if you're feeling like you want a little bit of a shift, or you feel like there's a certain area of your life that maybe is not being tended to as much, now's an awesome time. Get you some cute office supplies to plan out your schedule if you like. And if you need any tips on schedule planning or anything like that, I'm your girl. Shoot me an email at hello@ericalh.com, hello@ericalh.com. If you have any particular questions around scheduling, I absolutely geek out over this stuff. I also have been trying to really simplify that lately though, so I don't know all the latest apps and different things. I have one that really works for me, so if you want to jam about that, it's called Pocket Informant. Hit me up, let me know, we could chat. Yeah, another tip, learn something new. So again, you think of back to school, you think everybody's gonna be learning. And so think about not just things that you could learn in relation to what you already do, such as your work, but what have you just always been curious about? What have you always wanted to learn? For example, I don't spend a lot of time on this, but I am super interested in wildlife, particularly big cats, but also sharks. And for some reason, I've never seen Shark Week. I don't know. I don't know why. Don't ask me. Now I don't have cable, so I won't be seeing Shark Week for a little while. Dig into something that you've always wanted to learn about, and you've said it at least in your own head over and over and over again, but you just haven't made the time yet. This is the perfect time. Get you a pumpkin spice latte or some hot cider. Yeah, I'm that basic. It's okay. And dig in to a book or a website and get you some knowledge as well. And the last thing, get serious. Turn pro. Let this be the time that marks when you went from amateur and kind of doing the thing to no, I'm going for this. For real, for real. I think certainly in certain years of my school experience, it was really exciting to get back to school. Probably more in college is when I felt this way about okay, I really want to step it up and step up how I'm learning, step up the level of my note taking, just really, really get into the fun kind of hustle, the fun kind of grind. So what do you want to turn pro with? Those are my tips for you on how to apply the back to school mindset to your life, both in a physical and mental sense. So let me know if you have any other tips, and until next time, I will see you soon. Bye.